I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crimes.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So, what are we, doing now?
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
Alright. Well, let's go and watch Lenny's finale then. This trick's a pretty dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right?
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Lenny! Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished, right in front of my eyes.
What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip.
Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, where is that? Oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look for him there. Linny! Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative. I was honestly a little nervous during. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
You know, Paimon...
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past before, but I quickly realized that I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves.
So that's why you sought Caesar?
Yes. We figured there was no... In all, we only spent 10 short days to... For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, but in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat, what amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitant. Trust is a beautiful thing.
Linny...
Still worried about the... But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, after Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our mission. That night, to keep secrets is to put up walls. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely.
Yeah, cheer up, Linny. We've had to say our fair share. Delicious food. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind...
Exactly. It's the same for me in life has taken plenty from us like it did from Gemma. That's why the darkness never consumed. All right. Time to lighten this conversation up a little.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so Linny...
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something.
Oh, all right then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could've...
3?
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, but more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Linny, pretty please!
Well, if you want...
Fine.
Since you asked so
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward.
All right. Shall we head back now, too? Let's head to the Steambird's office.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount...
Really?
You're almost a little...
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here?
A friend of ours met you a while back.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well? So she mentioned me?
She said that you're a real
Nice. In
Huh? So your article in the paper today did...
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more...
Yeah, are we even...
Why not? If I say...
Oh, in that case, we'll just...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. Whew, so much...
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
Hmm? And what's that?
If, just for example...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? If you're seriously asked, from what I've seen, most people don't. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that. Just think about it. If this nation really were to... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for print. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic. But I do... But anyway, that's my answer.
That's so nice. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't Fontaine, but... no, Paimon should ask if... We've always been moving to the next destination. You mean, still traveling? Huh. Wait! Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. It was that serious? Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow and protest against...
So people have started to put...
I agree. People will...
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was... The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full.
So, you mean she...
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people. That said, I don't think there's much... Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping...
Ah, is that so? Well...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix... And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the palace, it would be hard for her to ignore... Paimon thinks Farina's Huh! Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here...
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this.
Oh, please, Linny, I'll only take a moment of your time.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom.
That was quick.
Hmm?
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like... Aha! My instincts did...
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer...
Huh. Okay, then. Oh, I remember now! You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. Quickfire question! Where did you all go after the show?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private match. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you.
No, I just...
What the... What now? Oh, did Paimon say something wrong again? This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler?
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue.
Lynette?
Don't worry.
Oh, really? Oh, thank...
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.